Good afternoon everybody, it's Baz from Pukka Pickers. I'm doing a show on silver. Now silver's often overlooked because everyone wants a piece of gold, and they understand that gold's very precious and the value of it is through the roof, isn't it, at the moment. So what people forget about is silver. Now silver is a precious metal still, and it does command a value, and there's varying degrees of silver. So what I'm going to do is show you different pieces of silver from different areas, from continental silver, which is 925, to English hallmark silver, to explain the difference, and then in between I'll explain other silvers as well. We haven't got examples of everything, why they're rarer, why they're more expensive. So we'll start off with this one, which is a solid silver fretworked filigree, if you like, napkin ring. Now it's hallmarked, but it's hard to see the hallmark because it's inside the ring. But what I can tell you about it is it's really nice quality. It's by a decent maker, and it's Birmingham, the hallmark, and it dates from 1899. So that makes it quite an early piece. Now this I paid £10 for, and it's worth roughly about £65. So it's all about, like I said, it's the quality of the item that you can see. It is, let's say, really nice quality. If you look at it properly there, look, see it. Actually hallmark, but it is a Birmingham hallmark, and it's got the maker's initials as well. So nice little item, quality which always sells. I think it's got a cartouche there, and you can actually see the hallmark next to the cartouche. If you look closer there, can you just about see it? Put it back a bit. There, that's your hallmark. I don't know if it's in focus or not, but I'm trying my best to show it here. So yeah, it's got the anchor on it, it's got a lion on it, and it'll have a date letter for the year it was made, which in this case is 1899. You can get a reference book which will help you to date silver quite easily. So yeah, it's English, it's Birmingham. It's one of the more common marks in the sense of it's Birmingham because that's one of the main assay offices in England. So that's that one. We'll come to another napkin ring now. This one is a bit plainer, you can see. Again, it's still a nice ring, mind. People do collect these. It's got the initials of the owner of this, so ideally you want them unmarked. I mean, they can affect the value a little bit, but it's all about condition, it's all about age, it's all about, let's say, the silversmith that's made it, and the assay mark, which again with this one is it's Birmingham, and it's 1922. And this one again is on the inside. It's on the outside again. There can you just about see it? And what it is again, it's the lion's head. It's the anchor for Birmingham, and then the date letter. So yeah, quite a nice thing. Again, pay £10 for that. What's that one worth? Not as valuable as the first one I've shown you, but you're looking at around £45. And then we've got this one, which again is another napkin ring. Now this one, again, it's quite plain. One or two little dings in it, but the cartouche hasn't been initialed, so that's a kind of a good thing. And then the hallmark again is here. I don't know if you can see that. I'm sorry, that's about as good as it's going to get really, but I do know this one dates from 1924. It is again a hallmark for Birmingham, and it's got, let's say, the anchor, which is the most common mark in the country really. You're looking, when it comes to assay marks, you're looking for sort of, if you can find the more rarer ones, like this, the assay mark for Chester, which is three turrets off a castle. You've got an assay mark for Newcastle, although I've never seen, I think that's Shields. Instead of the anchor. These are all rarer items of silver because they don't assay there anymore. The assay office are closed, so they're not really operating anymore. So that's why they become more valuable. And then the other thing is obviously the quality of the item and the silversmith that's making them. Because again, that's it. Some makers are highly renowned and better known than others. I mean, like, you're looking at the marks that you would look out for if you can find them. You're looking at Ady Brothers, They're really good. They are Birmingham silversmiths, but synonymous to sort of high quality and items. And I've got one or two pieces, not with me at the moment to show you, but they do go for very good prices. I think I've got a powder jar with the solid silver lid and in a green enamelled shell effect engine turn top. Now I paid 30 quid for that, and that dates Art Deco all day long. It dates from sort of 1920s. That realistically is worth about 185 quid. But I haven't got it with me at the moment to show you, but you can see it oozes quality, so great thing to have. And if you can buy silver, just buy it, because it is a precious metal and the value is going up. Not as much as gold, but it's getting there. It's doing quite well. Then we come to this one, which is a sherry decanter badge. It should go over the neck of the decanter. And this one's got the hallmark at the front again there, as you can see, which is Birmingham again, but this is not that old really. I think it's 1988, and yeah, we've got the lion, we've got the date letter Q on that, I think. That's a thick band for a gentleman. It does fit me actually, but I don't really wear jewellery. So there's that one, that's 925. And this is a plain band again, also for a chap. Marked inside 925, and people are saying to me, what's 925? Well, 925 is the silver mark for continental silver. So anything marked 925 as a rule is definitely continental silver. Now the price of continental silver is a little bit less than English silver because of the content. The 925 relates to the silver content in an item. So it's 925 parts silver, and the rest of it is whatever they put in the mix to bulk it out or make it a harder metal. So because of that, at 925 it's not as valuable as English, because that is 975. 975 obviously there's more silver content in it, so that's how you work it out. They're still decent things to buy. You can find them easier, I think, because most people seem to know what English hallmarks are, where continental marks are not as well known. So you tend to get them for quite a good price. I mean, we paid £20 for those, they're worth about 40. So not a bad little investment again. Quite pleased with those. Other silvers to look out for would be American silver. Again, I've not got any examples to hand at the moment to show you, but as a rule, what you're looking for when you look at silver is it's got a really nice, like, really bright, white, almost white-like shine to it. So it's a great sign. And then you look at the quality of the thing that's made as well. If it's silver, it should stand out with the intricate design, the decoration, the way it's been put, just the way it's been made by a jeweller. And it'll speak to you basically. Quality always speaks to you. So with American silver, it'll say sterling. So if it says sterling, there's a good chance it would be American silver. Other silvers to look out for. I mean, obviously I do hallmarking in Scotland, but one of the best ones to get, actually, and it's even better than English silver, is in fact Irish silver. Now Irish silver again is slightly higher than English silver, so it's around about 985. Yeah, 985 that one, and really good to collect. Highly sought after, and you would find things like marrow spoons, which would be a spoon that's got a thick, it almost looks like a chisel. It's for gauging out, so it's gauging out marrow in bones. After you finish, so the marrow back in the years, it was considered a delicacy, so people used to scoop it out, and there'd be a thin end to it and a thicker end to it for getting the juicy bits of marrow out. Not something that appeals to me, and probably not something that appeals to you, but that's what was dead popular, and they can be worth anything like from £600 to £800 each. Again, just by gauging who the silversmith is and the age of it. But generally sort of good things to have again. What other things I've got to show you? These are a bit different again. Now these are two pieces of Scottish agate jewellery. and these are plate. Well, I think they're handmade. This one's got gorgeous roundel in the middle there, and two little turquoise agates at the side of it there, and the gorgeous sort of Celtic design. It's quite appealing, and you can tell it's silver plate. If you look at it, it looks slightly yellow, so that's because the plate is starting to wear off it, and that would happen with age anyway. But it doesn't detract from its value that much. It's nice. What did we pay for this one? They're not marked, by the way, either, unless it's got the mark of like the jeweller that's made it costume, because it's costume jewellery can be marked. That depends sort of on what the item is, and also it's a sign if it's got a maker's mark on it, it should be worth more money. So that, yeah, it's a bangle. It's Scottish, a little bit worn, but I still reckon I'll get 30 quid for it. Paid about 8 for that. And now this little one here, this is again Scottish costume jewellery. It's a brooch. Now the brooch is, again, it's agate, reds and turquoise stones cut into sort of like a cross design. So it's very nice. It's really nice quality. I'd say it's better quality than the bangle. You can see that. There's no plate wear to it, but you can just tell the way it's constructed and the way it's been mounted that somebody's made a real good job of it. Then the other good giveaway on the back is this, where the pin is, because you have to undo a little, and there is a little catch. Now the catch is to release the pin. Now if it's got a catch on it, generally it's a sign of quality. And normally it's just the pin that you clip in, clip out dead quickly. This, it's like self-locking, so sign of quality, great thing. Another thing to look out for. I can also pay for that. I paid less for that. I think I paid 3 quid for that, but I reckon that's worth around 45 all day long. It's a really nice, desirable piece, and these things are making a bit of a comeback at the minute. So yeah, look out for those as well. Really nice things. Now I'm going to show you something again that's a little bit different. This is silver plate, and it's a goblet or a beaker, and it's from 1900, and it's got a lot of scenes, and it's got a lot of scenes there if you can see them in France. They're all sort of famous monuments in France, and that's the Eiffel Tower, and it's got above the Eiffel Tower 1900, so it's from the 1900 exhibition in France, which is where a lot of the designers in that period would display their wares with a view to getting commissions for sales all over Europe and what have you. So this, quite a nice little thing. Well, when I saw it, I think it was 7 quid, and I thought, you know what, I really like that, I'm going to buy it. So it's not solid silver, it's silver plate, remember, and it's gilded actually. If you look inside there, that yellow in there, that's not the plate coming through, that's gold. So it's gold gilt inside. So they went to some trouble to make these quite nice, and these were either gifts to commemorate that particular exhibition in 1900, or you could buy them there. So like I say, I paid £7. It's worth about £70. So yeah, that's a nice little thing. It's probably quite rare and all. So yeah, I'm optimistic that I'll get the money for that. Plates in good order, gilded inside, like we say there. Yeah, and look out for things, anything that's a bit unusual, a bit interesting, and as long as you're not paying too much money for it, always worth having a pop at. Then come to this, which is, it's a service medal, and this is a service medal for the Navy. Again, not really sort of an old thing, from 1950s this one I think, and not really very sort of rare either, because it's a long service medal basically, so there's quite a few of them out there. The band's missing, the ribbon that would go with it, that's missing, but the medal itself is in good order. It's really good order. It's got, is it King George on the front there, yeah, and on the back it's got, yeah, from 1939 to 1945, so yeah, just before 1950 really. And we've got on the back there, which is quite nice, is it, can you see that? It's a lion on top of a bird, sort of just pinning it to the ground. It's an eagle actually, the bird, looking at it, yeah. And to see, it's like a bit like can you see it? A bit like a griffin if you like. But let's say it cost me that I think I paid £6 for that one. It's worth around 25. I mean, there's more sort of rarer, valuable medals out there, but people are becoming sort of more wise to that and becoming highly collectible. There's a lot of people that just specialise in collecting medals, so finding them is becoming more difficult. If you do come across them, always have a look at medals. And you might just be lucky and find a really old one that could be worth quite a lot of money. If you get a King George cross or something like that, you're looking at you're looking at thousands basically. So you just never know where you look. Also, because they're valuable, you've got to look out for reproductions as well. But just, you know, they're out there. People, unfortunately, for some reason, sell off medals. And I think they're very personal to the family in a sense, but that's just the way of the world, isn't it? So the next thing I'm going to show you is this, which is Jacques Cartier. Now, Jacques Cartier, Frenchman, French poet, I do believe, from the 15th century, and that's him on the front there. And I'll just take him out of his box. So this dates from about 1900. So yeah, there he is, Jacques Cartier, 1491 to 1557, and it's a commemorative this is bronze, which again is quite a precious metal, and it's a good thing to have. And it's a very nicely sort of struck, a nicely modelled thing. So on the back it has that crest there. So it's French. Obviously it's that famous poet from the 15th century. I did pay £10 for this, but I really liked it. It also comes in its original box, which is always a bonus. That's its original box there, which is green velvet. You know, it's just a little bit damaged on the top of it, but it doesn't really sort of make a lot of difference. You'd expect to see that for something that's so old. So that, yeah, paid £10 for it. I've seen them online for 90, and I gauge that around about 70 to 90. So for a tenner, not a bad thing. And the beauty about anything that's metal at the minute, because like I say, precious metals as a rule are on the up. So even bronze is on the up, and bronze isn't by no means a poor metal to find. If you can find the right things in bronze, you're laughing. Especially figurines, and the different modellers. So some of them can be worth hundreds, some can be worth thousands. You've always got to look at bronzes in the right way, because sometimes you'll see something that looks like it's bronze, and you go over to it and you think, oh, it's bronze, I'll pick it up, and you pick it up and it's warm to touch. Now if it's warm to touch, there's a very good chance what you've got is resin, and there's a lot of resin about, and it just looks identical to bronze. It's heavy as well, which kind of people think that reason it's bronze. But the best way to tell what's a solid bronze really is when you pick it up, it'll be cold to touch, really cold, and it'll be heavy. So again, sort of look out for that, and remember the things I'm telling you, because they are important, and you've just got to be careful, because some things can be like a brass and coloured to look like the bronze, giving a nice patination. You think, oh, it's bronze, it's not, it's still brass. But if you can find anything, remember, like I say, there's a lot of things that are really valuable. Figurine wise, I've got the maker's mark on it. They've signed the piece because they're proud of it, and that's a great indication as well. So yeah, keep on looking for things like that. Don't forget to smash a like, subscribe to Pukka Pickers, and we'll see you all again very soon. Take care, everyone.